Virgo compatible with Cancer. See, Virgo, for the V, Virgo is all about coming through with the details. They're always going to stress about the details. They're always going to get deep into the details. And of course, the devil is in the details. So also, Virgo is very practical. They love practice. Practice makes perfect. They love everything to be perfect. They love everything to be organized. And of course, they're very strict when it comes to health. Their health is very important to them. They take these things very serious. AKA, you can say that's where vegan came from. Also, with the Virgos, they are very great with being organized. And of course, they keep tasks. They keep tasks of everything. They take down notes. And of course, they love to get into every perspective. They want to make sure everything is basically situated in order for them to basically move on to the task. They're mutable and adaptable when it comes to thinking and communicating, but of course, they love to take their time because, of course, that's also the other earth side. They're earth sign. Earth sign is basically like the ground that you use, the body that you're in. Also, nature, the trees, everything outside of you is pretty much predicated towards earth or earthly matters or earthly structure in this realm of reality. In other words, we have other perspectives and other perceptions and other words and other language and other roles. But in this world, you're in earth. But everything you see outside of you is an earth perspective. Also, it's a spiral. Also, Virgos, you know, that's the 6th zodiac sign. So 6 represents attention. Whatever you're paying attention to, it manifests. So of course, they love paying attention to the details. And of course, the house that it's in is the 6th house. So the house represents habits, or routines, things that you do on a day-to-day basis. And of course, also Virgo is ruled by Mercury. What is Mercury? Mercury is the way we think, communicate, analyze, look at the details, and of course, our daily routine. We use Mercury every single day because, of course, this is interaction. And, of course, it's also close to the planets. This is like right here. It's not like Mercury is way out of the line. Mercury is way out of this world. And, of course, the way we think, communicate would be like in a different perspective. We wouldn't even be thinking to communicate. We would be using our feelings, our emotions to interact or connect with people. But, yeah. Also, when you got the moon is Cancer. The moon you see in the sky, the moon that rotates. Full moons, new moons, crescent moons. This is Cancer in general. Cancer initiate new ways on how to feel, what they deal with their feelings and emotions. So, of course, they come up with new ways on how to feel. They come up with new ways on how to be intermingled. And, of course, they can switch up at times, which is the other side of the Gemini, which is mutable and adaptable. And, of course, the other side of Leo, expression. Cancers love to express themselves in a loving, nurturing, caring way. Of course, you got that perspective, and you got to connect it with the Virgo. See, this is the sextile, aka opportunities. Opportunities to make a dream happen. Opportunities to make a dream come true. See, Mercury is exalted in Virgo, so Virgo loves looking at things in a rational way, in a rational perspective, while Cancer loves doing things in a feeling, emotional perspective. Also, Venus falls in Virgo, so love matters, romance are not things that's criteria to Virgo, unless there's other alignments that's predicated towards that. But of course, if you got all Earth and you're dealing with a Virgo not going to really be too much big on getting their nails done, getting their hair done, things that matter. They just going to look at Earth, look at routine, look at details, and of course, they're going to be very down to earth. And of course, they're going to be all about their money, handling their business, and we're focusing on their health and the positive matter. They're not going to really care too much about love, romance, or emotional affections and things that matter. That's why, like, when it comes to even sex matters, like, it's going to be kind of difficult if the emotions is not there. That's why you have Cancer, which is one of the strongest zodiac signs in the world. So basically bring that intermix and mingle with the Virgo, which is a connection, which is a strong force. It's going to bring that connection. It's going to bring that drive towards the Virgo. And of course, it's going to be emotional charge where these both zodiac signs is going to have a love connection when it comes to bed marriage, or bed sex, or bed connections, or bed tribe, or the joining of two energies to make sure these things come together and collide. So yeah, that's going to be that perspective. And of course, when it comes to these two zodiac signs, see, Cancer is exalted in Taurus, which is a different perspective of Virgo. See, Cancer love materialistic things, and they love Earth, and they love to be free with these things. They don't love to pretty much look too much at the details. They just love to basically utilize these perspectives. Also, Cancer is opposite Saturn, which is another Earth sign, which is at odds when it comes to routine, business, or working and shit. It's like Cancer is like a kid at home. want to be loved, nurtured, and cared. And of course, they can give these things back by showing love to mommy. But of course, when it comes to growing up and being an 18-year-old parent or being an adult now, it's going to be like, that's pretty much dealing with Saturn, which is the opposite. Of course, you don't want to go to school. Of course, you don't want to deal with routine status. You want to be a kid forever. You want to be loved and nurtured, cared forever. But of course, life change. You got to learn how to cope with these things. But of course, you got to do what you got to do. When you got Cancer and Virgo, these are two zodiac signs that can basically work together as long as they can accept each other for what they truly are. Cancer, which is all about emotions, affection, and of course, loving, nurturing, and caring. And of course, Virgo is all about practicality, what makes sense. And of course, they're not really predicated towards feeling or showing emotions like that. They're not a feeling or emotional perspective kind of people. They love to do things in a more down-to-earth manner, like running errands, doing your laundry, or giving you money, or things of that matter, versus someone that will want your love, your affection, your attention. See, that's how it's going to play out in that perspective, and that's just a Virgo for who they truly are. For me, they like to see things in the more reasonable way. That things that's like right here, feelings and emotions. They can't see these things, so they're not going to like really look at these things as these things are outside of them. Like, these things are outside of you, but of course, it's a difference. They have feelings and emotions. They just show it in a different perspective. They use more meaning and reason and logic perspective to basically cover up the feelings and emotions, which is cool at times. You feel me? You don't want to see everybody. You don't want to see nobody see you at your lowest scores. But of course, it's good to use feelings and emotions at times. This way, you can like bring the sun and the moon together and have a connection, not be too separated at times. Also, when you got Cancer here, see, Cancer, they love home, they love family, and of course, it's a huge connection. So basically, if y'all both was to have kids, y'all would love the shit out of these kids. Y'all would do anything for these kids, and y'all would kill and hurt for these kids. Also, when this perspective play out, see, the thing that Virgo values routine. They value work. They value health. And Cancer value love, nurture, care. And of course, they love value and affection. Of course, they love the preacher teacher, because of course you got Jupiter, that which is exalted in the moon. So of course they have a lot of wisdom and a whole lot of knowledge on these perspectives when it comes to love, nurturing, and caring for people. So of course, Virgo stress a lot about health and worry about how things is going to play out, or how things is going to look, or how things are going to be perfectly needed or perfectly established. And of course, Cancer is going to worry about comfortability. They're going to worry about their safety, their security. And when it comes to arguments, these two zodiac signs is not going to really pretty much bump heads like that, because Cancer, they don't really deal with drama. They hate drama. They run from it. They need to be protected. They need to feel like they are protected no matter what the circumstance situation is. So of course, these are the actions. So Cancer is going to pretty much like sit somewhere and be separated. And of course, they're not going to really talk or communicate like that. They may go through their ups and downs, which will frustrate Virgo at times, because Virgo will be like, okay, why is this person so emotional at times? What's going on? Which is going to be a misunderstanding, because, you know, Cancers are very highly emotional. And of course, if you're a moon in the sky, you're picking up everybody's feelings and emotions. You're rotating, you're going all around the world. It's not like you're just in one city, one borough. No, you're all around the world, picking up all the feelings, all the vibes, and all the energy. So of course, you're pretty much digesting these things. And of course, these things got to be basically expressed out. When it's a full moon, it rains. That's why these things got to rain out of you. You have to detox this shit out of you. So of course, that's how it plays out in that perspective. See, now, these two zodiac signs can work together. Y'all just got to be on the spiritual perspective, the spiritual journey. And of course, you got to have a connection where y'all can both see each other and drive towards things that's going to really truly matter in this world. Don't have no setbacks and things that matter. Try not to get too much lost into y'all desires. Try to utilize a little bit more passion, more motivation, more dedication, more determination. Of course, mix and mingle these things together. And of course, if Virgo and Cancer can accept each other's differences, then of course y'all world would be very rainbowish. Y'all world would be a wonderful perspective, a wonderful equation. And of course, things won't really be too just dry or surface level. Y'all will have something to basically connect to and just come together with. And of course, it's all about experiences. So of course, you just here to experience it in this world. You're not here to get lost or caught up into other bullshit. But yeah, that's pretty much a Cancer and a Virgo. I mean, Cancer, like a Cancer can teach a Virgo how to like be more loving, be more nurturing, more caring, and of course bring out their love and affection. A Virgo can teach a Cancer to basically be down to earth, be practical and routine, which a Cancer hates, even though they can cope with these energies. But of course, they love to just basically be free. They love to expand. They love to basically grow. When it comes to obligations or heavy restrictions and routines, a Cancer would hate that. Cancer want to be free. Cancer want to just live his best life. And of course, a Cancer just want to just do that And of course, when it comes to earth or things that's down to earth, it's kind of different. That's why it's going to always be a love and hate when it comes to oppositions. See, an earth and an air sign, it's going to be misunderstanding. See, an earth and a water, it's going to be the connection. Because, of course, Virgo can be too much lost into details. Of course, a Cancer can basically bring the water, a.k.a. drink some water. You too lost, you working too damn hard, your ass going to dry up like a dry boat. So here's this water. Of course, Cancer could be so emotional and shit. Where the emotions gonna go? It's too much water. Here, I'm Virgo. I'm the cup. This is the earth. Take this. I'm gonna dry you up. AKA, this is where you can basically put your feelings and emotions in this cup. Of course, this way it won't be too watery. You can take away some of those waters. This way it can be balanced. This way it can have equilibrium, justice, and fairness. Of course, the water is in the cup. Now, the Virgo can drink the motherfucking water. The Virgo basically can take away some of those feelings and emotions. Versus the Cancer can basically also take away some of that dryness. And of course, make sure that shit is wet. Make sure that shit is moist and shit like that. So yeah, pussy moist, you know. But yeah. That's how it's going to play out with the Virgo and the Cancer on this perspective. And that's pretty much a Virgo and Cancer for right now.